really attractive guy. He was really tall, very well built, had long blonde hair that he tied into a ponytail, and beautiful green eyes. The only problem was he scowled more than he smiled.
Grounds, now.
His voice was deep and scary. I ran past him and Adele followed after me. I forgot to close my door, but luckily Duncan did it for me. He's a nice guy when he wants to be. We finally reached the grounds, and there were wolves already training. Pups most especially, but there was also some older wolves, the ones that just wanted to better their skills. The really good warrior wolves didn't train from here. They trained from a much bigger ground on the other side. If you became really good, you were transferred. I've seen so many wolves upgrade and move, but not me. I've been here since I was 11. Too weak. Duncan finally came to the grounds after gathering the rest of the wolves.
All right, everybody. You already know what to do, so don't make me say it.
He spoke out. We all got into position, all except Adele, who was standing with Duncan. Adele was a badass warrior wolf. She was in the second lines of defense. She achieved that position when she was 14. I was kind of jealous of her. Adele was so perfect. She was 5'11", almost as tall as the male wolves. She had beautiful Latino skin and gorgeous silky black hair. She also had a banging body that showed whenever she wore her warrior gear. Training clothes or just her clothes in general. And me, well, I was her duff. I'm not going to put myself down and say I'm not pretty. I just didn't think I was as pretty as her.
All right. Ed and Marshall to the center.
Duncan called out 2 pups' names. They got up and went to the center of the circle. Both got into their fighting stance and began fighting. Ed was good, but he was no match for Marshall. Marshall was the top of the class. He's most definitely getting upgraded. The fight ended when Marshall kicked Ed in the stomach and body slammed him. Ouch, that's gonna leave a serious mark. I know.
Next up, Myrnie and Anna.
Duncan called out the second pair, and I cursed ever being present. I hated this. I always lost. I never changed. I was always weak. I stood up and swallowed hard. Adele was smiling at me and giving me 2 thumbs up. She knows I'm gonna lose too, but she still cheers me on. I walked to the center and faced my opponent. She's 16. She's just gone through her first shift. I don't stand a chance. She smiled at me and I smiled back. We weren't friends, but we would have great conversations every now and then. I got into position, and she immediately attacked me. I managed to dodge the first attack, but I was too slow for the second one. She wasn't even in wolf form, and she was so fast. She rammed her head into my stomach, and I lost my breath. As I was bending, trying to catch my breath, she used her elbow to hit my back, and I fell on the floor in pain. I rolled on my back, and she pounced on me. Her wolf eyes were out. She had no control over what she was doing.